I'm by the day getting more angry at media companies trying to make us have no ownership rights of our products at all, where our ownership decreases and decreases while they still make things the same price as they were, or a little bit more expensive now. I'm just tired of it. Recently, Sony announced that they're discontinuing physical PlayStation games in 2028 because they just want to do exclusively digital. Now, you do a little bit of searching and you realize that's just because they take bigger pay cuts from people making from digital copies of games compared to a smaller cut they take from physical. So they're just trying to funnel all of their player base into a digital ecosystem now, just so they can take a bigger cut from people buying games. There is that, and also recently PlayStation also had another thing with some sort of dispute between this media publication company where they got digital copies, where they sold movies digitally on some sort of storefront on the PlayStation platform, and because of that, PlayStation had to remove all of the movies under that distribution company, and it made it to where anyone that even bought a single one was out of whatever money they spent because they removed it from their libraries. They not only delisted those movies from the PlayStation movie storefront or whatever it is that they use, they just straight up removed them from people's libraries. Which that especially is annoying, because what do you mean you removed them from people's libraries and just aren't going to refund them? Or like, Steam has a good thing where they're a game thing, so they're not really movies, but still a digital storefront of a sort, where you buy games. If you bought one and it ever gets delisted, you'll still have access to that game, or at least have the application on your Steam library. Unless it's like the Crow situation where it's just straight up delisted and not even playable anymore. And that's a whole thing, but still. Like, there's a John Wick game, for example, that came out a while ago. I don't know too much about it, but seeing a video about physical media dying, some point in the video was mentioned how there was a John Wick game that was released on Steam, and the person behind the video that I watched still has access to it, even though it was delisted on Steam, because Steam is awesome like that. And not only that, but I feel like it's not that hard to just make it to where if you ever have to get rid of something digitally, like get rid of the sale of something digital, then you could just have people keep their license for the movie, game, whatever. Yeah. That, and also another reason I don't like the move to digital media is also, it just makes it incredibly hard for streaming services, because those cost a shit ton of money if you want to subscribe to any more than 3. Subscribing to even just 2 is like fucking $30 a month. Like, dog, what the fuck are we doing? I don't like the physical landscape. I just wanted to rant about that real quick, because I'm trying to make another video right now. I'm having trouble articulating my feelings on that one. So I'm just going to do a little redirection, or what's the word? I don't know, just I'm pivoting. Now I go pivoting to ranting about physical media being a little bit neglected by big companies nowadays. It pisses me off. Because, like, on some ends, it works. Like, for example, Spotify and Apple Music and other music streaming services. You have access to music through each and every single one. You don't have to buy multiple of them. They all have the license for all these songs by any artist out there, most likely. Like, the only reason, like, a site wouldn't have it, that a specific music streaming site wouldn't have access to a song or album, would just be because the artist themselves wants to be stingy about where they're putting their music on. But if the artist isn't stingy and just posts it wherever they can, it's available literally everywhere. You could do Pandora, you could do Amazon Music, YouTube Music, fucking Spotify, Apple Music. You can do anything for music, but it falls apart with movies. Because, like, it was really good with Netflix years ago, because it was almost any movie you could think of under one subscription, being Netflix. And then as soon as Disney Plus came around, as soon as HBO Max, fucking Paramount Plus, all these other movie studios pulled their movies from Netflix to make their own streaming service with these same movies they pulled off of Netflix. It just made it to where now consumers are having to pay so much more. And honestly, I'd say at the end of the day, one of the most angering parts about this is the fact that, like, the reason companies are sort of getting away with this is because we, the consumer base, are letting them. Like, another studio branched out and is making their own streaming service while pulling their shit away from Netflix to make another streaming service. What are we gonna do? Instead of just not buying that one, canceling other subscriptions, we're just gonna fucking subscribe to that one? At some point, I gotta ask some of y'all, what the fuck are we doing? We're just throwing our money away. Or at least some of y'all, not all of it, still. Just like, it's annoying. Cause, like, this shit wouldn't happen if Disney, back when they originally did this, was like, oh, we're gonna make our own, we're gonna pull all our shit off of Netflix and then make our own. And they didn't succeed from that, because now, you know, they're still making money off of it because there's people buying it and using Disney Plus to watch it. But then they made it to where now there's a lot of separation from movie studio to movie studio and TV studio to TV network. So now you have to buy multiple different subscriptions just to access as many movies on the market as possible, which is very annoying. I don't know, man. It was just much better whenever it was fucking just one subscription under Netflix. I mean, I guess it is somewhat good, because nowadays Netflix is having its own downfall from being stupid, but man, it was cool whenever it was just Netflix. Like, it was just one subscription. It wasn't too expensive, because it was just like $15-20 for hundreds of movies under tens of maybe hundreds of different movie studios. And then the same thing, but with TV shows as well. Dude, it was just peak. It was peak. And then games are also sort of doing the same thing. I still never understood why the fuck didn't Rockstar do GTA Plus or whatever the fuck they did. They did a subscription in GTA Online. I don't understand the need for that. I mean, this might just be me complaining about subscriptions in general because they're just stupid, especially when they don't feel too necessary for whatever they're for. Because it's like, it makes sense with media and just media. Because with media, it's just paying a small amount, hopefully, for access, unlimited access to a plethora of something, whether it be music, games. I'm blanking on another form. TV shows and movies. I forgot to list that for a second. Still, it was just being able to access a bunch of that for a small price. Like, for example, Xbox Game Pass at a good price is something that a lot of people like. And the reason why is because it gives you access to tens, if not hundreds of games with Ultimate for just a small subscription per month. So if you're someone that's big into playing games and there's the kind of person that likes to play story games and maybe like play them once and then never again, Game Pass honestly sounds like it would have been the thing for you. Well, prime Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Now it is a bit more expensive, and also some things taken off of it and stuff. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just don't like physical media. That's stupid. I don't like not physical, digital. Stupid people are with digital media and how they're trying to make it to where that's gonna be the complete norm with no alternative. It sucks because I also do like collecting physical media in steelbook form. I have a decent amount of movies and games and one TV show on steelbook. And it just feels like a really cool piece in my collection with that. I don't know, man. I might have just not sounded at all coherent with what I just said. So please understand me to a little bit of a degree.